What's good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. Quickly coming to you. Be prepared for live stream weekend. We got another one coming to you close to between 9:15, maybe even 9:30. Have your notifications ready. You don't want to miss this one. Quickly, I wanted to discuss that I've been seeing someone named Tregang Productions. He also has some good video, and I like the things he's pointing out. There's a curious moment where one of the friends, Bree, leaves the area, as far as we know, dealing with Kenneka. So the Bree person leaves, okay? They come back in. The timestamp is very close to the same time Kenneka was walking down the hall. How didn't she come in contact with Kenneka Jenkins when she's walking down the hall at the same time that it shows her walking towards the main lobby? I also see a gentleman following her with a red hat. He's following her around the corner and around there. What was going on? And how didn't she come onto the main camera when she was walking down the hall in the main lobby where everyone comes to the main camera? In my mind, this is the part at which whatever happened would have happened unless she was placed in that main hall fictitiously. It doesn't really make sense to me. I'm still looking at different film. I have maybe 2 or 3 more YouTubers that I've discovered are really on to something. It's very curious, to the point it really makes me think what actually happened. I really like this. I think they're doing an awesome job. But my thing is, I'm starting to see where people that were present and the groups that are walking into the main lobby on photo, they don't seem very frantic. So whereas a person searching for someone, you got people moving around fast, splitting up. I agree. I don't get what their mentality was, but they were still walking towards the area where the body was found. And that's quoted by Tregang Productions. I fully agree with him. I've been, again, looking over different things. I guess I just don't understand. It doesn't make much sense to me. Maybe someone could clarify that if I'm wrong on that. Another thing I wanted to note, the security guard, now this is pretty crazy. He was seen running back and forth close to 2 a.m. What is he running back and forth for, and how is he alone in that hallway? There was a good amount of people that were entering in, walking around, but he seems by himself running back and forth. What was his frantic nature about? And why wasn't he acting a certain way if he's security? I don't understand that. It's very suspicious to me. This is aside from the fat sloppy manager I was talking about. A lot of other people don't really seem like they're moving normalized to me. And I just don't get how Kenneka, at the times that the videos that were released, other than the original footage, and here's what's crazy. Who's the man in the red jacket? Who's the guy in the red jacket, the older gentleman in the red jacket? Because I also seen Tregang Productions video, and on a reflection, you see a red jacket and black pants, just like this man we seen walking around. It is an older Caucasian man, and when it looks like Kenneka's being forced a certain direction, and that's what's being alleged, this red jacket, black pants man's reflection is noticeable on the wall in a reflection, as if that's who's behind her. Who was this gentleman there on that day? He's older, he looked creepy, he very much, was he security? Was he someone that worked there? This is another good question. So again, I'm seeing staff moving very oddly, and this is all before police were called. Why is this? How is this possible? Something even crazier, go over to Chaos Sector's video. I don't know the title, but there's also a guy walking away from the kitchen area where she was found, zipping up his pants. Why was he zipping up his pants? Why would his zipper be down? There was no bathroom in that hallway. Not to my knowledge of the video and the footage I've seen. These are all very critical things that aren't making sense right now. I'm seeing parties of staff moving around very oddly, and the zipping up the pants thing was the icing on the cake. What were you doing? What were you doing down there? That in a kitchen where you need to zip up your pants, are you messing with the food? And you're not a food and beverage manager to my knowledge. So why are you down around the food, leaving through a kitchen area from the other kitchen area that was allegedly closed, zipping your pants up? What does that mean? What are you doing? I mean, if you're walking out of a hotel room, okay, but you're walking out of a kitchen area, zipping your pants up, and you're fat and sloppy too. What was this? A fat and sloppy hit? I don't understand. A group of fat and sloppy men that get no play got together to violate a girl before something happened. And I know your dirty, large self would be physical with a woman taking something if you were going to do it anyway. Doesn't look like you have a mouthpiece to talk to a girl. Doesn't look like you have any stature to yourself that would be in an attractable manner. You know, you played it off, you did well, but now we're starting to see you. I need Tregang Productions, Chaos Sector, all of you guys. Can I get identifications for these people? Again, I can make the necessary calls. Can we get identification for these people? Why do I see a guy zipping up pants, a guy with a red jacket, black pants, out of touch with the world around him, just walking through places and different things? It didn't look right. And that's part of what I'm saying. We see the funny business. And here's the thing. The reason why I'm going to say staff had a lot to do with it, in my alleged opinion, who could get the video edited in a day? What? Did you give it to one of them to send to someone to edit and do it? It just is very professionally done to the point where the cover-up's obvious. Now, let me tell you guys, I just took an editing tutorial. So I took an editing, so I see all the edits. I see them all. What I want to know is who sent the tape out and who had control of it. It leads nothing back to the security guard. What would the security guard be innocent for if videos edited and handed over to police? Why would he be interacting that way? Let's presume he did get paid off and he did go take his trip and come back. Where would he have the reason to edit anything if he's not suspected of anything, if he hasn't done anything? It's very eerie things I'm starting to see throughout footage of many different people doing it. Now, there's also two other ones, and I have another one of one of the direct friends that everyone has alleged to be Shemaya that is making a derogatory statement about Kenneka, calling her the biggest snitch in Chicago. That's in quotations. That's what it's saying. So I'm seeing animosity between people who are directly claiming themselves as friends, but then I also see weird actions by staff. Again, I propose what I said earlier. Did someone have a gripe to pick with her, and instead of them handling it themselves like you should have did, you waited till an opportunity you can get more people involved? This is weird. This video is definitely edited. I don't want to hear it. It's edited. After the class and things I took, I see all the edits. Matter of fact, I see an edit with the two friends hitting up the same hallway area, and they're heading towards the main lobby. One's back's turned. One's facing forward, again through Tregang Productions video. It looks like they're carrying someone or something. What's going on? Where's all this coming from? Then I see huge groups walking through. No panic, acting like it's the same everyday thing. So you're supposed to expect me to believe, even if staff were involved somehow, that no one knew anything that was going on. And now that's impossible, because I'm seeing facial expressions. The screaming facial expression that was covered up, I see it. I see it all. So what really happened? Then the cops get called to deal with the mother looking for her daughter? That doesn't make sense. She's there looking for her daughter, and you call the cops for that, but you don't call them for groups of young people that are looking for someone walking through your hallways. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You couldn't prove whether that mother was a guest. Who told you that was the mother looking for their daughter? How do you get this knowledge? That's where you get spooky. See, you try and figure out something to cover it up, but it ends up condemning you to a situation. So I stick to my triangle offense. I also stick to the questioning of that fat, sloppy manager on salary. And I want to look into the security guard. What were you doing? What were you doing? You look panicked. Like something was really happening and you were like, oh no. Like, really? I'm really not getting where this is at. I need clarification. Tregang Productions, you're welcome to come through and clarify a lot of things. You had great videos that I can say adds to the triangle offense of the positive side. So we have a Chaos Sector, 54 Keys who did the narrative, Chaos who's breaking down the edits. Now we have Tregang Productions looking at the timestamps and deliberating theory throughout showing the inconsistencies. Awesome. Awesome work. I agree with you. I'm right there with you. Let me know what you guys think. Go over to Tregang Productions and check out the videos. It's real weird. Really weird. You know how I rock. All rights reserved.